welcome back to my channel. It's Tanya for those of you that are new and just stopping by. For my subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in this morning. So I think in one of my previous videos I had given a hint that we were going to take a thrifting road trip. Well, it was going to be for the whole week while my husband is off in July, but I don't know when he's taking off. He kind of puts in at last minute, which drives me nuts because I'm such a planner. But he had this past weekend off, so we decided just to kind of see where we could go for, 2 days. We had plans to go up to Glasgow, Kentucky, or Glasgow, I'm not sure, and work our way down. But as you'll see in the video, going north, that we hadn't been to some of the areas in northern Tennessee, going up into Kentucky. We did not even get out of Tennessee until about 4 o'clock Saturday. So we made it as far as Bowling Green, which it's like 2.5 hours from here. But we hit 21 stores in 36 hours. That's how long we were gone. And I think that, I'm sorry, my kitten is up here getting into stuff. I think that we definitely could have just gone to an amusement park and probably not been as tired. We were exhausted both days. This morning I am just struggling. I need to get all my stuff washed up and put away because then I get to spend the rest of my day today working on a music class and some Tennessee history. So the haul is mighty. And 2 things, I'm just going to insert pictures. Now, disclaimer, you may not want to continue watching this video. My tripod or, ring light, all that thing it was cheap to begin with. And I had said I was going to invest in a better one. And then I stopped filming, but I'm definitely going to have to because it's broke and I'm just finding pieces. We put it out in our garage and honey, let me just tell you, everything goes out in the garage to die. So I'm not going to be in the video with the haul. I'm just going to show you the pieces and talk about them. So if you don't want to watch that, I completely understand. I will work on getting a new ring light here in the next couple of days. So here is the mic. Now, and 2, I want to say, we had planned for this. So I don't want you to think that, this is just a lot of irresponsible shopping. We have been planning this for a few months, so we prepared for it. And I guess you could say this is our vacation. We're not going to be going away on a beach vacation or anything like that this year. So this was a part of it. So please don't judge. And I will say we were very excited that we had a lot of things knocked off our bucket list. I only need 2 more plates for my Liberty Blue dishes. And I'll have to start a new bucket list, I guess. All right, so here's the haul, guys. Okay, so we will just view all the goods on the island. And I'm going to start off with the one thing that made Greg's trip. And that is this ruffled edge hobnail round pitcher. He has been looking for one of these for the longest time. And he'll find them online for, I think, up as close to $85. And that is not in our tax bracket for a pitcher. And he may have, I don't know if he have seen one in a flea market or not. I don't remember if he did. I know that it was expensive, but he really likes the hobnail and the ruffled edge, and I do too. I like the hobnail. Now, he has a lot of the Westmoreland Harvest Grape, and that's, his collection, and that's fine, but if I had to pick, I like the hobnail. So what made this so awesome is that it was only $25, and that booth may or may not have had a sale. I feel like everything we bought was on some kind of percentage off. So that was definitely his find, made his trip. Now, this was one that I was tickled. I had 7 cup and saucers, and I needed one more because I'm trying to get an 8 5-piece place setting. Although I think it's more than 5 pieces. I think it's like 6. But anyway, and I would find these, and they would be so expensive just for to buy the one, like $16 to $25. And so I found this at I don't remember which one. I think it may have been the Tennessee Flea. But they were $4.50 a piece for the cup and $4.50 for the saucer. And then, like I said, I feel like it was 10% or maybe 20% off of that. So I was tickled to now have 8 cup and saucers. Okay, then I found, now, first of all, y'all, I've not washed anything, so you can see that there's dirt. This has got to be cleaned, and this is kind of the cleanest of some of these things. But I had gotten the Regency White Johnson & Brothers dishes at an estate sale. Actually, that Whitland Avenue estate sale last weekend, and I was tickled to find the creamer. I think this was like $5. Now, it didn't have the sugar, which is probably why it was so cheap, because later at the Antiques on 231, they had the set for $35. But I would much rather take my time and find the sugar by itself and pay $5 versus $35. So I was really tickled to find that. Then, okay, y'all don't laugh, but I found the star colander. It has seen better days, and y'all look, I mean, it doesn't even sit straight. I don't know that I realized that until just now, but I have been trying to find one of these at Goodwill. I think that they will be pretty to decorate at Christmas. I heard somebody on YouTube mention that, because I'm not gonna steal somebody's idea, but the Thrifted Thriller suggested she has a couple of these, and she was going to put lights in them, and then the lights would shine through the stars for Christmas. And I thought, that is such a cool idea. Now, if I do something like that, I'm going to have to do some work on it and try to get it to where it'll sit straight, but I may not use it for that. I don't know. I may hang it off of my my rake on my pantry door. I don't know, but I'll figure out what to do. But what was so exciting is I only paid $6. Now, housewares is typically $3.99 at Goodwill. So had I waited, I possibly could have found one for $4 versus $6. But it was also, no, you know what? I think it was 10% off. So I did not pay a bad price, considering that I saw these all weekend for well close to $30. So I will take it, and I will take its little sad leg, because we'll figure that out. Greg could even straighten that out for me or fix it, or, you know, we'll do whatever. But so for $6 plus a possible discount, I'll take it. Okay, so we're just going to do all the things that I got at Sweet Pickens together. This was probably the best deal economically of the whole weekend. So as you can see, it is all nasty, y'all. When I tell y'all that was probably the grossest shopping experience I've ever had, I was not joking. But first, I'm going to show you everything I got. So I got this Charlie's Chips metal can, and you see the price. It was $7. Okay, if you have ever looked for these, you know that this size $50 to $60 all day long in antique shops. There was a larger one there that I didn't see, but as we were leaving, or had actually left, my husband said that he saw that for $15. Now, why he didn't choose to share that with me, I'm not really sure. But the larger one, kid you not, y'all, I have seen that at an estate sale. I've never seen the larger one at a antique store, but I have seen the larger one twice at 2 different estate sales. And one was $89 and one was $98. So if you think I thought twice about getting this, you were wrong, because I snatched this up so fast. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's going to go in the kitchen somewhere. But I was super tickled to get that. Now, the rest of this, I don't have this collection. Do you see how nasty that is? I didn't even, let's see. Oh, it is. It's a Johnson Brothers. I really like their dishes. Aesthetic. I don't have my readers. Aesthetic pheasant. I thought this was so pretty. And I do have blue in my dining room, so I'll do something with that. And then there was this little depression glass. I don't need any more depression glass, but I felt like I needed to rescue it. And then I had this pair of salt and pepper shakers. I was really tickled to get those. And then this one, I looked everywhere, but y'all, I'm sure that the mate was there. I don't know if you remember that room that I showed you, but I couldn't find it, and I wasn't willing to get bit by something trying to find it. Hopefully, I'll run up across it. And then my luckiest find was this gravy boat. There's the little emblem. Some of you may recognize. The brand, I think, McNichol China. It says it's made in England. Okay, I don't know much about this gravy boat. Here's what I do know about this gravy boat. First, that I like it. Second, that I saw it all weekend from anywhere from $18 to $27. Almost every shop we went to had this exact gravy boat. So now I'm getting ready to tell you what I paid for all this. So the chip was $7. That was $7. I paid a total of $10. So that made all of this, what, 50 cents a piece? That would have been $1, 2, 3. So I paid 50 cents for this gravy boat that would have been at least $18. Now, I will tell you, when I picked the gravy boat up, didn't realize that it was full of water, and the water went all over my shoes. So I feel like $1 or 50 cents was a pretty good discount for getting my shoes super nasty. So as far as the best deal that we got this weekend, Greg is going to say that it's his Hobnail pitcher. I say that it is his collection right here for $10. But I did work for this. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some platters that I got. I got this little platter. I don't know anything about this brand. I don't really care. I wasn't brand looking. I wanted this to put by the kitchen sink to put like my little scrub brush in it. I'm sure it's some type of like restaurant wear. It says $4, but it was 20% off. So I have looked and looked for something like this, even something that's not old, and I just couldn't find exactly what I wanted. So I was tickled to find that. This I did get at the Tennessee Flea. It was $12 with 20 or 25% off. It is beautiful. It has this swirl that, you know, I like, because I have the dish, not this dish set, but the Snow White Regencies. But I love anything blue and white. I like the chip on it. That's one thing Greg doesn't like. It is the English Staffordshire. Listen, I will never pronounce words right. Chatsworth. Okay, so I had never even, but I have heard of J&G Meakin. I have a lot of his dishes, so loved this. Thought it was a good deal. At the 231 on, there's Luna. She's got to be a part of everything. The 231, what was it? Antiques on 231. I grabbed this. It is Ironstone. Let's see. Pope Glosher. I don't know. This thing is so heavy. It had a chip in it. Again, that's something that Greg doesn't really care for. So they gave it to me for $16, but it was 20% off. I will buy Ironstone all day as long as you're fair on your prices with that. I love Ironstone. I like the simplicity of it. I like a lot of the history behind it. And here is my favorite piece. I have another piece of Ironstone. Well, I actually have 4. This is my 4th piece that is patinaed like this. This was $18, but it was 20% off. And there you see, well, I don't see anything because I'm half blind. But there is the stamp, the Ironstone stamp. I love this. Came with the wall hanger, which was super great because I'm going to make a Ironstone platter wall. Greg really does not like this, but there again, just the compromise. You know, he knows I love this old looking patinaed look. All right, and then the last, nope, not the last plate. I did overpay for this, y'all. I paid $4, and it was 15% off of that. I know you can thrift these all day long, except for me. I can't thrift them all day long. I've thrifted them a couple of times. I started collecting these because I thought that it would make a really pretty table setting for the fall. And here in my kitchen, just a simple little everyday table setting. My mom has these, and she doesn't have this golden butterfly. She has the cornflower blue flowers, and she still uses hers. So I plan on using these this fall. I think it'll be fine. I know Corelle says not to, but I'm not worried about it. But I thought that it would be fun to get these. I had gotten some at an estate sale, or so I thought, but I just grabbed them so fast. And when I got home, they weren't all the plates weren't the golden butterfly. They were mixed for something. So I needed one more stinking plate. I saw one at a thrift store the other day in somebody's hand. So I went ahead and got this. I don't like not having complete sets. So, it ended up being $3 and something. I would have paid $2.99. So the way my Goodwills do is either price plates individual, which infuriates me, and you'll pay anywhere from $3 to $4, or they will bundle them and you'll pay $4.99, which I prefer. But I guess I don't know if it just depends on who's working, or maybe if the people that drop them off bundle them. I don't know, but I just went ahead and got this because I wanted to be done with it. Now, at the Whitland estate sale that I was so excited to get, so what I had gone back for was the flower frogs. They were all gone. That was probably the dumbest thing. Look, I'm getting dirt everywhere. Probably the dumbest thing that I had walked away from. But I did get these three things. Now, they were $2 each. I paid $1 for all three. So what, I paid like 33 cents for each. This little thing I'm just going to put with my kitchen gadgets. I like the old aluminum stuff. This I was tickled to get. I saw this a few times this weekend in antique shops for $18, and I paid 33 cents, so that was a score. And then this is a little bowl that was just laying out by itself that went with the dishes that I bought there last weekend. So for 33 cents. Now, I'm hoping to use those plates, but I'm not going to use the ones that are so patinaed. I imagine if I had company over, which I never do, but if I did, they probably would not like eating off of something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to cluster things because it is too much stuff. I got these at a antique store, but they were $6 and they were 20% off. I just think they're cute to kind of, fill up a little bowl with, or I don't know, you could pour individuals for parties and everybody could have their own little salt and pepper shaker. I have done that before. I got this little miniature gravy boat. You see the price there for $2, but it was not $2. It was $1, ended up being $1.60 because it was like 20% off. It is the Homer Laughlin. Am I saying that right? Laughlin. I don't know what it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I was happy to snag that for so cheap. This was what drove me nuts all weekend, and I was checking out at the Antiques on 231, and I was telling the lady how I had looked for this thing all weekend, and she's like, well, what size are you wanting? And I said, at this point, I don't even care. And this was hers, her personal one that she pulled out of her office, and she sold it to me for $5. So no, it's not one of the ones that was $1 in the shoebox, but I was excited to get it, and I know next time not to walk away from a good deal. Another thing on my bucket list this weekend was butter pats. Now, I have some butter pats. I have some of the really pretty china ones with like flowers on them, but I wanted some like these. I got these. This is one of the things I bought at the gas lamp. So they were $12 for all of them. Now, if I had gotten lucky and found these at a thrift store, I probably would have paid 99 cents for each, which would have been $4, but I was just so tickled, and Greg found them, so I was excited. And I also got these very primitive looking candles at the gas lamp. I think they're really kind of gross looking, but they'll be cool to kind of make for that, old look. So they were $3. Okay, I told you this was a mighty haul. So these are some of Greg's purchases. He got these right here, this set of candlestick holders. They're the Westmoreland, I think, is it called Harvest? pattern, or I just call them the grape pattern. I don't know exactly what they're called. And he was tickled to find that. I was excited for him that he found this. I had gotten him one at an antique store here in our town, and they only had one, so I just kind of went ahead and grabbed it. And then I would, you know, which sometimes can be a mistake, but I would keep finding them, but I would find them in sets. So he found this for $5.98, and I do think it was either 15 or 20% off. So those were good finds for him. He now has 2 of these. Okay. Now this ended up being, after the sale price, $12. And I was very excited to get this. This is not for me. This is a gift. It is a jadeite measuring cup. I have a friend who is making some pillows for me for my living room, and she won't let me pay her, but I know that she likes jadeite, and she had said, if you ever see jadeite measuring cups, I would love to have some of those. And first of all, I've never seen those in the wild, ever. And I've seen them online, and to get the real vintage jadeite, you know, they're around $90. Because I guess they're just that rare. This was $18, but it was on sale, and I paid $12 for it. And I know that she'd like it, so I was really happy to be able to pick this up for her. Now, 2 more of Greg's finds. This milk glass banana boat. He has the 2 compotes that have this design on them, so he was really excited to see that. That's not a crack. That's just kind of like the mold, like where the mold was. And I think that was $10. This goes with his ruffled edged hobnail set. And it was a little pricey. It was $19, but again, it was either 10, 15, or 20% off. So he was excited to get that. Now, I snatched this up at Antiques on 231. It was $12 with 20% off. That should have been my first clue. It is not chipped, cracked, or anything. It's really cute. I like teapots. I'm glad I have it. I thought it was an Ironstone. I should have known it was an Ironstone. First of all, it was not very heavy. I did not even look at the bottom. They had it in an Ironstone section. I just assumed it was Ironstone. I have bought a picture from them before where they swore up and down it was Ironstone, but it really is not Ironstone. So sometimes, you know, and not dissing them, sometimes, you know, people just, they're probably told by whoever they buy it from, but nonetheless, I would have gotten it anyway. I really think it's cute, but if you are strictly an Ironstone only collector, first of all, it's going to be, you know, for the most part, I don't know that Ironstone is like lightweight, feather lightweight. It could be, and y'all correct me if it is, but this come from Home Goods. So I'm okay with that. Still, 20% off of $12, it was not bad. It wasn't a bad price at all, and it's going to be cute. Okay, now I showed you these in the footage. I know I could have thrifted these. I just don't have luck finding these molds at my Goodwills. And I don't remember, what did I tell you guys they were? If they take the tags off, I think they were they $3? And then they were like a percentage off of that. They weren't, I would not have paid much for these at all. So I was glad to get that. And then I got this little crock. It was $3. I don't remember if it was on sale. I like Crocs. I have a lot of this brown stuff. I thought it would be cute to have like some little utensils or something coming out. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I know that it was on sale, so it wasn't like a waste of money. Okay, then I found this glass pitcher with the frosting, and I think those are lilies. I have been trying to get this pitcher and the glasses for so long. I would see them at estate sales, and if they had the glasses, they were like $125 for the set. If it was just the pitcher, around $85, y'all. That, I am not, I know this haul looks like I spend recklessly, but I don't. And $85 for a pitcher that, you know, is not going to be used that often. Well, I wouldn't have paid $85 for it if I was going to use it every day. But this was only $12. There's no cracks, no chips. I don't know why it was $12. And it was 20% off of that. So I grabbed that, and now here's fingers crossed that I can, even if I just thrift 4 glasses, because there's 4 of us, that'll make me happy. Okay, so I meant to Google Lens a lot of this stuff, and I did not, because I mainly really just wanted to get things cleaned up this morning. Like I said, I've got a lot of homework I have to get to. But this was one of Greg's finds. He has a thing for terrines. He really likes them. And I don't remember how cheap this was. But when I say it was cheap, it was cheap. Now, it's not Ironstone. The only marking it has on it is that it was made in Japan. But it does have the ladle, and it's rare to find them with the ladle. And so he snatched this up. Couldn't tell you how much it was, but I just remember he was excited because it was so cheap. Then here is the second terrine he bought. He has the larger one that is the same, by the same maker, and it is on the bottom. I can't read it. I don't think it's Ironstone. It could be Ironstone, but it's not like super crazy heavy. And like, let me correct myself. I don't know that all Ironstone is crazy heavy. But I remember this was, you know, they do take the tags off, and so it's hard to keep up with how much some of this stuff costs. I don't remember. I know that Greg will not buy anything unless it's a good deal. And whatever it was on sale. So now he has 4 terrines, and lucky me, I get to find a place to house them all. Okay, so then for our antique, about to wrap up our antique finds, I'm going to show you a very non-antique, brand new picture that I got. I thought this was just so pretty. I love the piece of furniture in it. I love her hair, what she's wearing, the whole setup. I'm thinking about having this put in. I have an old frame I got at a yard sale. It's very ornate. I'm thinking about possibly having it framed in that. This was on sale for 20% off. I don't know how much it was. I want to say I might have paid $15 or $16 for it. And where that might sound, seem expensive, think about that's exactly what I'd pay if I got it at Hobby Lobby, which is where it may have come from. I don't know. I don't know how many of you are avid Hobby Lobby shoppers. I used to go 2 or 3 times a week to look or to plan what I wanted. And inflation has hit Hobby Lobby just like everywhere else. Even with their 50% off, sometimes it's just not something that's in my price range. And if you buy your florals there, you are noticing that they are no longer 50% off. They are 40% off. So that's, that's discouraging. But anyway, I got this one, and then this one, the booth was going out of business, and I have wanted this. I don't know why, I just like it. I like the Victorian ladies. So I got this for only $8, and it may have been, I don't know if it was an additional percentage off or not. I can't decide if I'm going to keep it in the frame. I do need to have some wood frames so that everything's not just gold. But for $8, I was happy to snatch that up. Okay, so we had one more antique find, and it's a really large painting. So I'm going to insert a picture of that. But now we're moving on to our Goodwill and thrift store finds. So I got this horn for Christmas. It was $2.99. I had wanted some of these at an estate sale a couple weekends ago, and they were $18 a piece. And at even $9 half off, I was like, well, I'll get one, but it was gone on the half off day. So I was happy to snag that for $2.99. At our city thrift, I got this little picture for $3. I will buy those all day long. I love them. They're like to decorate with them, put things in them. Like I said earlier, I am not really planning on it, but for some reason now collecting these. I think that they'll be cute to decorate with fall. I've seen these in antique stores from anywhere at $8 to $12 for these little ones, and I got mine for $5. And I've been looking for some old muffin tins. This didn't have a price on it the other day, so I asked the lady if she'd put one on, and she just pulled one out of her pocket. But Greg even felt like, as old as it looks, at $2.99 was not a bad price for this. This would have easily been $15 to $20 at even a flea market. I got lucky at Goodwill and was able to find some more of my Johnson Brothers Snow White Regency dishes. I found a set of 4 bowls. I didn't have any of those for $4, so I was excited to get those. And then I found three, or Greg actually, I don't know if Greg found it for me, but 3 more plates for $5. Now, I was excited to get this because some of the plates in the set that I bought at the estate sale are very patinaed. They look a little worse. Well, that's not worse to me. I like that, but you know, they have more patina than this bowl. And if I do ever use those, I'm sure people are not going to want to eat off that. So what I'll do is I'll just switch these out and use the ones that are not as aged, you know, for meals. All right, and then, you know, your girl got some more platters. These are small, though. I got this one at the thrift store. It was 99 cents. I think it's that buffalo china. That stuff is... This probably would have been $10 at an antique store. Not that I would have paid $10, which is why I snatched it up. I was happy to get it. And then these little platters, there's 2 of them taped together, and they were $1.99, so $1 a piece. That was a really good score. Okay, so I showed you in the video, I showed you a coffee grinder for, was it $35 or $45? I don't remember. It was either $35 or $45. It was a lot of money. Maybe it was $39.99. And it did not have the knob. So you see mine doesn't have the knob. I'm going to get a knob. I'm going to try to find, like, I would like to find one of the porcelain blue and white knobs and just E6000 that sucker on there. And I paid $3.99. So that was a great score. Was very excited to find that, even without the knob. So that's the thing, that you can find the stuff you're looking for if you're willing to do the digging, to do the hunting, and if you can be patient. There's no sense in paying these overpriced prices when you eventually will find things at thrift stores. Okay, y'all, so don't fall out of your chair laughing. I hope we don't get any hyperventilating. This was our last purchase of our trip, and it really kind of started out as a joke. I saw her a couple months ago at a Goodwill, and she had all 3 of her little kittens, and I love cats, so, you know, of course, I was very interested in, you thought she was cute. Well, then I just kept seeing her in antique stores, with or without the kittens. And if with the kittens, you know, I've seen her as high with the kittens is like $90 to $125. And the paint varies. You know, sometimes it's that glossy paint, and then this is like a matte paint. Usually her eyes are always different colors. This one was done in February of 1977 by LR, whoever that is. As soon as I walked into Goodwill, she was sitting on a desk pretty far back in the store. I spotted her, made a beeline for her, and grabbed her. Greg and I both just started laughing. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm buying her. He was like, no, you are not. Like, not telling me I couldn't, but, you know, he's like, what are you going to do with that? I have a perfect place for her, and I will show you in a video. And so now I'm on the hunt for her babies. I am not going to start collecting figurines, but she is just so iconic that I wanted to have her as a part of my collection, and she will be in my estate sale, and it will give people something to talk about. All right, I think I just told you that that was the last of our purchases. That was the very last thing we purchased, but I looked over on the table and forgot about some things. So we got this basket. We have a few of these that we got at an estate sale, but we found this at Goodwill in Bowling Green, and it opens up. There's not any visible damage. The only damage that I really could see is the little pins that go here. Oh, sorry, not showing you. Little pins that go here are missing. But I think that would be an easy fix, or I could just style it opened. It was $5.99 at Goodwill. And then I have been looking for months for a picnic basket that is intact. Like, I will find them and the bottom will be out, or a lot of this will be tore, or a handle will be broke, or something's wrong with the lid. This clearly has seen better days, but it is all intact. It is not tore up. I got this at the gas lamp. It was, you know, just one of my few purchases that I got there. It was on sale, so I did pay $18. Now, did I overpay for it? Yes. I just don't have luck finding these at the thrift stores. or I'll see them in antique shops, and they're even more, like, I was shocked that this was as affordable as it was. So I did bring this basket home. Excited to have it. Maybe the only one I ever find. All right, so then I have 4 or 5 wooden canes, and I was excited to find this one with the brass duck head. So he will just go with all of my other canes. I feel like he was $10 or lower. I don't.
That's not a duck.
Greg is telling me this is not a duck. What is this?
But it's not a duck.
Okay, Greg says it's not a duck. So can you guys tell me what would have a bill and not be a duck? Oh, okay. He's coming over here to prove me wrong. It's a duck. It looks like a duck, and I bet if it could quack, it would quack. So we're going to call it a duck. He's an angry duck. Let's just say he's an angry duck. All right, so I'm going to insert those pictures, guys. The milk can that you're getting ready to see came from Goodwill. We found it last night on our way home. And then the pitcher we got at the Tennessee Flea. It was really just caught both of our eyes. It is so pretty. It was a good steal. It's an oil painting, so it was $49.99, $50. I don't remember if it was on. It may not have been on sale, but for the size of it and how pretty it was, we were tickled to get it. It's going to be used during the spring and summer, so you won't see any more of it until. I don't know if we'll put it up. If we put it up this summer, I'll show you guys. I'm not really wanting to rework my gallery walls for that, but anyway, we'll see what we end up doing with it. Okay, so that was our 2-day haul up into North Tennessee and up into around Franklin and Bowling Green, Kentucky. We hit some really great spots. We got some great finds. Everywhere we went, things were on sale. I definitely will be going back to that Sweet Pickens. It's probably about 35-40 minutes from here, but on a cooler day, like maybe in the fall, I was just... I was so tickled to get the things that I got for that cheap. And I'll dig any day. I'm a digger. I don't mind to dig. It was really gross this day. It had rained the day before. So, the ground was kind of muddy. It was so humid. I was not happy at all while we were there. But I was also very ecstatic over my finds. So, anyway, I highly recommend a thrifting road trip. I will give you a little bit of advice that you can take or leave. If you're planning on doing that, I would pack bubble wrap, paper to wrap your things in, some boxes. You don't want to find a treasure and it get broke on your way. I would say plan it out. I don't recommend going to shops like that on a Sunday, especially in small towns. They're either closed or they're only open from like 1 to 5, which really limited what we were able to do yesterday, which that's fine. We got plenty of stuff. I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying it might be better for a better experience. Pros and cons about a holiday weekend. Everything we bought was on sale. Everything was on some kind of percentage. So off. So that is good. Y'all, I know this camera is shaking, but like I said, I'm having to hold this up with my hand and my arm is shaking. So I'll see if in the editing I can do anything about that. But, anyway, it's definitely something. I wouldn't plan a whole week of it unless you're young and sprite and you can do this, because it was tiring. Anyway, I hope you liked my haul. I hope you continue to watch. The next video I'm going to put up will be this week, and I think I'm going to do our foyer and then work our way into the living room and the dining room. I'm sitting in the dining room now, so you see my hutch. This was a thrift find. I was so excited to get that. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a happy 4th of July, and I will see you guys later.